All right, we're gonna go over something I was watching Lucas Lepri at the Europeans, his match with Kynan, and I was pretty keen to see how he was getting up for his single legs, and he was using single leg X guard a lot, but there was some things he was doing that are a little bit different that I wanted to cover. Different to what I would normally do, and single X is a game that I'm pretty well versed in, so I think some of these things are really good. So if we go with our standard single leg X entry, where we often come in, lift the leg up, and we go to get our foot on the hip, and we start to set up our sweeps. We can go to tilt back and so on from here. One downside of this is as soon as, like, by putting this foot up on the hip, it does let Nick start to play with like dealing with that foot, and he's now got his weight over me pretty well. So I have to kind of work from here to then like off balance him or get his weight off me as I start setting up X guard, for example. One thing that Lucas did, which I think is probably thinking about, is probably going to be the evolution of the position. Is he immediately is going for the sweeping position on the entry. He never lets them get their weight on him. So he's gone single X, and as soon as the leg's coming over, his foot is on the hip, keeping their weight off him, which is actually a really good position to then start coming up, moving straight into the single leg. So instead of him, if you watch the match, I think there was one point where his foot almost went on the hip, but there was like 3 or 4 times where he went straight for the sweep, immediately putting the foot on the far leg. So he's come to here, and immediately, if Nick tries to get his weight on me now, that's very difficult. I can start to work up to my feet and start to get the sweep. One additional grip that he had, not every time, but sometimes he would have the lapel come in with this one or the other one, but he would have that fed through as well. So obviously once we get up for the single leg, if I come here, same position. When I get up for the single leg, even if I'm loose on the leg, if Nick tries to run away, I've still got the leg and I've got his posture broken. So it adds an extra element of control. So I'll definitely be using this a bit more, but when we enter our single X, we're going to be shooting our foot to the far hip immediately and starting to get up straight into our attack.